Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today to do an unboxing, and anyone who has watched my channel before will probably not be at all surprised to find that I bought this painting from Diamond Art Club when it was released recently. This is Lovebird Lodge by Richard Lorenz, and Richard Lorenz is one of my absolute favourite artists that Diamond Art Club offers. I have bought a lot of his paintings. I expect that I will buy a lot more if they continue to release them, because very often they are absolute must-haves for me. I don't buy all of them. There's been quite a lot of them, so I am selective, but yeah, that still leads to me getting quite a few of them. And I just really enjoy them. You know, they tend to be colourful. They've got a really good mix of colour blocking and confetti. So like, technically they're fun to work on, but I love the artwork. It's so fun, and I love the message that he has with his birds, with the Be the Bird range, that they're all unique, they all have different things going on, and just we're all unique, and the birds represent us. I love that. Okay, so it is 50.8 by 101.8 centimeters, so it's thin and long and thin. I do have a couple of other long and thin ones from him, which I think are longer, so you know, this isn't daunting at all. And it's actually probably, yeah, that works out smaller than quite a few paintings I've done in actual fact, so yeah, that's fine, we can do that. I actually bought it, I think it was something like the 20th of January, and it took longer for me to get this painting than I think it has any painting in a very long time. Right, my toolkit's collapsed, so I'll deal with that in a second. Yeah, it took about 2.5 weeks, I think. I was tracking it, as you know, us obsessive types do, and it got to the last sort of checkpoint in the US, where it kind of disappears off the radar for a few days, as it were, and then it shows up in customs in the UK, and it was stuck on that stage for a really long time. So yeah, it's getting not nervous, but you know, just a smidge concerned, because I'm pretty sure that it's sold out, but it turned up. So I'm just putting my small sticker on the side of the box, as I like to do. Now, what has happened to this toolkit? It's got a big hole in the bottom is what. I've had so many of these shells recently. Do you know what? I reckon, and this is not said with any insider information or anything, it's just a thought that occurred to me, that maybe Diamond Art Club, because we do know they're going to be phasing out cover minders, that they're trying to get through a few that they have, you know, not get any more interesting designs in, because I keep getting these little shells, which are very sweet, but you know, not the most pretty of the cover minders. Anyway, this is a cover minder. So a cover minder, oh, if I can get it to focus, is a little thing with a magnet on the back, and basically you just use it to hold your cover out of the way. So you pop one magnet on the back, you pop this over the plastic cover where you want to hold it, they connect through the painting, and you're not fighting your painting anymore. Diamond Art Club now has perforated sections on their canvases, which I'll show you in a little bit. So the thinking with those is that you could just tear off a section of cover, and then you wouldn't even need a cover minder. Personally, I like to always have the option to cover what I'm working on back up, because sometimes I start working on a section and I don't fancy doing it all after I've done a little bit. And although the glue on most paintings is absolutely fine to be left uncovered for a day or so, I prefer not to, so I like to be able to recover it. Anyway, also in the toolkit there is a pen. That's a lovely purple colour. There is some washi tape, pretty flowery washi tape. Some tweezers, because this is a square kit, so I've got branded tweezers. I have got a 7-placer and a 4-placer. I've got a pot of 2 plates of heart-shaped pink wax. Oh, that one's got all sort of mashed against the side. Oh dear. Yeah, it's a decent pink wax. I don't personally use it, I use putty, but yeah, it is a good pink wax amongst pink waxes. And you get a tray and a little stopper. And then you get a roll of baggies, always useful when kitting up or kitting down, however you choose to work, they're just a useful bit of kit. Okay, let me get all of these put away. Right, I'm just going to put a little bit of sellotape on that hole because I like to keep my toolkits just in the box until I work on a particular painting. So I'll try and stop this one falling apart any further. There we are. Okay, so branded dust cover is a nice touch. It'd be good if more companies did that, because I just think it's really useful if things get damaged at all in transit. You know, you do see boxes arrive and the outer box is absolutely destroyed. And that just keeps the canvas all nice and safe. So, lovely tarpaulin background. Background. No, what am I saying? Backing. Nice soft backing to the canvas, which is trademarked, so you won't find this exact one anywhere else, and I do really enjoy it. Okay. So inside I have got a thank you for your purchase leaflet. Useful info in here, tips and tricks, what's included, step-by-step instructions. So if you're a newbie to diamond painting, you can find the information you need in here on what to do. Facebook group link, and then on the back there are some discount codes. So there's a 10% off your next purchase, there's 20% off your first purchase through the app. I also do have a couple of codes in the description box down below. They are affiliate links, so if you do use them, I will make a small percentage from your purchase, but you can use CAT20 and get 20% off your first ever purchase from Diamond Art Club, or CAT10 to get $10 off, or the equivalent in your local currency. So yeah, feel free to use those if you want, but regardless, just use something, because there's so many codes out there. You never need to pay full price for Diamond Art Club. Okay, I have got 2 sticker sheets. I remember the first time this happened and it was really exciting, and now it seems like practically every painting, because they can only fit 67 on a sheet, so if it goes beyond that you got to have more sticker sheets. So yeah, here is the artwork. Isn't it fun? Oh, I love it. So Richard Lorenz often has these blocky backgrounds, like I mentioned, which are really fun for me because those go really quickly, and then you get the fun detail bits in the middle. And quite often they're like a beigeish brown colour, which is fine. I don't mind that at all, because generally you then have bright colours popping out against it. But I am a sucker for the ones that come in different colours, and this one has obviously got some lovely blues and some sort of yellowy greens at the bottom, so that will be fun. And yeah, it's a really fun design. I love it. So what have I got? I have got 5 ABs, quite a lot of ABs going on. That's Aurora Borealis drills, if you're not sure what I mean. They've got their glitzy coating on to make them all sparkly. And then have I got anything else? Oh, 3 fairy dust drills. So fairy dust drills have a kind of glitter coating, and they are a sort of in-between zone between normal drills and AB drills, is what I always say, because they are glittery, but they're actually a lot more subtle than the kind of glitz you get on AB drills. I've also got a few of Diamond Art Club's own colours. So if you see 4 digits starting with 6 from Diamond Art Club, it means one of their in-house colours that they've started producing that is not part of the normal DMC range. Always seems to be purples and greys. That must be where they felt that there wasn't enough colours in the existing DMC range, because that's what they tend to go for. And this just gives me joy because there are so many bright colours in these stickers. Oh, it's going to be fun. Okay, right. I don't think I'm going to open this up today, but just look at that. Admire that. Isn't it gorgeous? So I can see some of the special drills, just in case you weren't sure what I was talking about. You can see an AB there, and in fact an AB there, and another AB there. So they have that coating. I'm not sure if I will be able to spot any fairy dust drills that way because they are more subtle. Oh no, there's one. So I don't know that you'll be able to see it, but this greeny coloured here, greeny coloured drill is a fairy dust drill. Oh, such gorgeous colours. Oh, there's a yellow fairy dust too. Yeah, but I just know this is one that if I open up, I will never get it done up again. And then it will be bursting through my box, which is what happens when I go through the colours. There's an orange AB. I'm doing all right, actually. Maybe I'll spot them all this way. Harder to see in that direction. But that gives you an idea of it. And more importantly, if you just look at that range of colours, you can see all the gorgeous shades you're going to be working with. Some darker colours, obviously, but just bright, bright, bright pops of colour coming out as well. Okay. Now, it is, as I said, a long one. So, I'm not, oh, why is it that I always get myself in a muddle about which way to roll it? So I'm not going to be able to show it all at once, but I'll pan over it so that you can see it as best as I can show you at least. And I'm just currently rolling it back on itself, which I can do because it's a poured glue canvas, which most quality diamond painting shops are using poured glue these days, to be honest. But don't do this if you have a double-sided adhesive painting, because you can ruin it. Right, this should get it a bit flatter so I can show you. And also, I wonder if, no, I was going to show you the perforated cover, but you can't really see it from this direction. Wow, look at that blocking. Goodness. Okay, let's take a look. Love bed large. Okay, yeah, far too long to show you most of it. So I'm just gonna peel this back because the bottom bit feels like it's got a bit caught with tension in it, and I just want to try and flatten that down a little bit. But yeah, so here's the bottom section, and then let's show you the top. It's so much fun. Oh, and this as well is a little bit bent at the top, so let's do the same thing to that. Oops. Slight panic there because I got the cover turned back on itself, but one of the cool things about this new perforated cover is that it's double-sided. I think I would not have the nerve to fully test that. But yeah, you shouldn't have the issue of it sticking to your canvas if you put the wrong side down like you used to with the old one. So here it is. Do you know what? There is a lot of blocking in this. I think there's sections of this that will work up super quickly. And then, as usual, there's a bit more detail in the section with the actual birds, which you'd expect because, you know, faces and eyes and clothing and all that kind of thing. But yeah, for a big painting, I think this one will work up pretty quickly, particularly if you use a multi-placer like I do. It's a good chance to get more confident with my 12-placer, I think. Ooh. So yeah, I am going to pan over it before I go any further so that you can kind of see a bit more what's going on. I'm not quite sure how I'll manage that yet. I may have to do it in 2 goes, but you will find that out shortly. And then I'm going to come back and just have a look for some of those special drills. Yeah, see you in a minute. Do you know what? I absolutely love this ladybird. Not ladybird, that's a whole different thing. That's an insect. The lady. I love how she's got these cool like Lennon glasses on, and she's got these feathers as a decoration, and then her necklace. She's very, you know, she's unique. She's got her own sense of style, and I love that for her. I was trying to work out what this whole thing is. I mean, it's the Lovebird Lodge, so I guess it's a lodge. But like, what is going on with the purple and yellow bits? I don't know. And the piano bit at the bottom, I don't really get it, but I love it. I don't feel like I need to really understand a painting if it's just fun. And actually, Richard Lorenz is often kind of going for the absurd, isn't he? So it doesn't necessarily make that much sense. But if you have any thoughts about what I'm looking at here, then do let me know. Lovely flowers at the top as well, very pretty, and Valentine's appropriate, which was only a couple of days ago. I love the butterflies too. Butterflies? Butterfly. Oh. Sorry, knock the camera there. Yeah, I really like that butterfly. I love butterflies in paintings, and Diamond Art Club always renders them so well. The other thing I was going to show you, just in case you haven't come across it yet, is this perforated cover. Now, I do think they've said that they plan to make some changes to it. Or did I imagine that? I'm not sure. But anyway, you can just about see... No, you can't. It's too far away, Cat. If I pull that up, can you see that line going through there? So the whole thing is gridded up like that. Couple of things to note is that the cover has not been laid down precisely so that those lines match up with lines of painting. So you may want to just pay attention to that. There will be a bit uneven around the edges for the same reason. Like I can feel a line here. You're not likely to want a section this small. And also, I haven't worked with one yet, but I have heard people say they don't necessarily rip that easily. I think it must be a really delicate balance to get it so that they rip cleanly and smoothly, but don't rip too easily, because you don't want them just ripping when you're pulling the cover back generally. So I have seen people say it is better to use them as a line to cut with scissors. So that is probably what I would go for. Okay, special drills I was going to have a look for. So are they both red, or is that a pinky red? Either way, I see a lot of those around here. So loads of 2s in the female bird, and then loads of 1s in the hat. So that's more of a pinky red, I think, of this dude here. And I bet there's some more up in these flowers and the butterfly, right? Yeah, there's a few 2s. Are there? No, my eyes, yeah. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me. And then there's a few 1s, the pinky red, through this top section. Don't see any more 2s, I don't think. And then I've got a blue one, which is the symbol 3, and a yellow one, which is the symbol 4. So let's have a look for those. Here's some yellow in this window. Makes sense. And some little bits through the flowers and on the butterfly, in fact. And just wherever there's yellow, there's little bits of that scattered through for accents. Not too much. And where are those 3s? I don't think there's any big blocks of them in the background or anything like that. Ah, here they are. They're adding to the detail of the birds down here. And then the white one is a dot, which it always seems to be these days. Those symbols seem quite set, you know. Not always, but a lot of the time. So there is some white in the piano. There's white for their eyes. And there's white up here again with the window effect where there's light shining on it. That makes sense. And on this roof section, there's a decent block of it. So those are your ABs. And right, I will have a go at finding the fairy dust drills, just to find out how many there are. But for some reason my eyes struggle a lot more to pick out symbols when I'm scanning over like this, if they're not just the sort of 1, 2, 3, 4 and dots. So let's have a go. Here is some of that green fairy dust drill that I did see, outlining that. And a little bit more down here. Oh, and over here. And over here. So a fair amount of that one. And then N is a brownie one. There's a little bit through this sort of beak area and this beak area here. Any other brownie sections? Tiny bits, and up here as well. Sorry if the camera's jolting, by the way. I keep feeling like I'm knocking it with my head, and then obviously I'm not looking, so I don't see if I have or not. And then the last one has this, well, I don't know how to describe that, a sideways gate symbol, and there's a little bit jumping out at me up here, and a fair bit more here through the flowery feather things in the ladybird's hair. Or maybe it's just her hair, in fact. Well, it's feathers. She's a bird. Oh, gosh. I really need to have these weird ponderings off camera and not in front of you all. Anyway, her feathers have some fairy dust through them. Oh, dear. Yeah, and that's about it. So there's quite a lot, I would say, of ABs and fairy dust through this painting, which is always nice to see. Yeah, I'm really happy. I think this one will probably be a lot quicker to work up than my other long, thin Richard Lorenz ones. Well, they've got colour blocking sections as well, but I don't know, I just feel like this one's a bit blockier, so it could be quite satisfying. And actually, these long thin ones I find a lot easier to work on than sort of more rectangular. Well, it is a rectangle, but you know what I mean. Like, there's sort of standard sizes that Diamond Art Club offers, like 93 by 70 or 98 by 70. And I find those trickier because the 70 centimetres is just a little wide for me to work on it sideways on my easel, so I'm constantly having to shift it back and forth. Whereas this one is narrow enough that I can just work on it on my easel. I won't have to move the canvas sideways, I'll just move it up and down and get a big long roll of completed canvas. So that should be quite straightforward to work on for me on my easel, which, you know, is an important thing that I look for. So there you have it. I will put up on screen if it is still in stock. I suspect not, because it was pretty popular when it came out. But as far as I know, it is due to be restocked. Diamond Art Club did catch us out a couple of times recently with Richard Lorenz releases that, because they no longer indicated things are limited edition, sold out, and then we found out that they weren't coming back. If there's a painting of his that I like, I do tend to just buy it on release day now, just in case. And this one certainly fell in that camp. But as far as I know, I haven't seen any notices or anyone commenting that it's been discontinued. So it's probably one that you can sign up for notifications and get alerted when it's back in stock. All that rambling, and I'll probably find that it's currently in stock or something, but we shall see. So I hope you have enjoyed taking a look at this with me. If you have, please consider dropping a like on the video. And if you have enjoyed the way I've done things here and would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.